Good evening. Soviet soldiers are gathering in large numbers at the restricted military airport outside Kabul, preparing to be flown out of Afghanistan today. Acting South African President Chris Hines is due to open the South African Parliament, starting its autumn session in Cape Town today. Next on Channel 2 is Wonder Why.
Now what about in the area of soil? We have some dirt right here. If we take some dirt here and we dump it into our container right here,
Make it muddy.
we'll make it muddy. That's the only way we can check it. You have to have things in solution. If I just stuck that little gauge into the plain old dirt, it wouldn't show anything. All right, we'll clean this off so we don't register anything unusual. And we'll stick it in there. And what kind of a pH reading do we get? About
7.
Okay, now this was some purchased dirt, so that means it was probably sterilized and washed and cleaned. This is fine for using for potted plants, unless you have a kind of plant that's particularly keen on, let's say, a very alkaline soil, very base soil, like grass likes that. So what we have right here is somewhere around 7. It's gone down to a 7 even.
So that's good for plants.
No, well, that would be good for some plants, but if you wanted to grow grass, you would have to change the pH.
I see.
You could change the pH by adding different kinds of fertilizers. You could change it by adding lye. Have your folks ever put lye on the grass?
Uh-uh.
All right, that's what a lot of people do because it makes the soil better for growing plants.
I see.
All right? Okay. Have you ever heard of someone taking an antacid or any kind of a buffer to make themselves feel better? All right, imagine in this situation right here. These are two people's stomachs. Most people make a buffer naturally, and it goes into the stomach and it mixes with the acid so that you don't get a stomach ache or a sour taste. But not all people naturally have a buffer. So when this person ate some food, the buffer was in the food, or the buffer was already in their stomach and they felt fine. This person ate some food and they got a horrible stomach ache because there was no natural buffer, and the acid that came into the stomach to help digest the food made them feel bad.
So they have to take something?
They have to take an antacid.